morning, and thank you. This is quite a turnout. This is fabulous. My name is Connie Collier. I'm the Assistant Director. I might get emotional because this has been a long process, so bear with me. Let me give you an idea of what we're going to do today. There'll be a couple of short speeches, we hope. And then we'll go over into the new library area, and we'll have the ribbon cutting ceremony there. And then we invite you to explore that brand new space. There's a lot of people here I'd like to acknowledge. Of course, Mayor Sullivan, who's joined us this morning. We have from the council, Mr. Carey, Mr. Ringus, Mr. Bose, Mr. Kokoris. Am I missing anyone? Yes. Oh, no, Mr. O'Brien, sorry. And we thank you for coming. Nelson Chin I saw from the Recreation Department, Chris from the Mayor's Department, so we thank you for coming out. Paul Pesci from South Shore Bank, thank you for being here today. So I'm just going to kind of talk a little bit about the process. This project has been 4.5 years in the making. I started 4.5 years ago with a small group. There were a couple of trustees, staff, the public, and Terry and I. Terry is the director who unfortunately couldn't be here with us today. But we sat down and we talked about what we wanted in this room. We talked about the future of the children's room. We talked about how we could invite the people and the children of Braintree and get you involved into the library. And so we took everyone's ideas, and Terry and I went around and we visited new children's rooms in libraries. Boston, for example, Westwood, a lot of libraries are redoing their children's room. We did research, and we came up with a plan. We came up with our vision. And we wanted a space that was vibrant, bright, inviting, flexible, and creative. And our goal is to make lifelong library learners from our children. So and we think we've accomplished that with this room. Projects of this size don't happen by themselves. So there are a lot of people I have to thank, so bear with me. First, I'd like to thank the mayor and the council for allocating the general funds, capital funds that we needed for this project. We are very lucky here in Braintree that we have a government that supports the library. That doesn't happen in a lot of towns. The mayor not only is a great supporter of the library, but he's a library user. I remember when the mayor brought his kids to the library to Miss Vicky. You know, I'm dating myself, but the mayor is ageless, so he doesn't have to worry about it. So we thank them for their support. The Board of Library Trustees, they had enough faith and trust to let Terry and I have the freedom to do what we thought was best for the room. Any of you who have worked with Terry and me know that there's no stopping us once we decide we want something. You know, we're kind of the dynamic duo, so, you know, just be grateful you don't have to deal with us on a daily basis. Next, we had a fabulous architect and graphic designer, Arrow Street. The team, Larry and Merrill and Lauren, were fabulous. Merrill and Lauren spent tons of hours and hours of time talking with Terry and I, listening to us. We talked about colors, we talked about themes, we talked about schemes, furniture, every detail. And they listened, and I think they created a fabulous space. We're grateful to the general contractor, APC, Mark and Dave and their team, who took that vision and made it a reality. So we have to thank them too. We had some special donors. Again, these projects are expensive, so I want to thank Paul Pesci and the South Shore Bank, who funded our discovery space. When you go into the library, you'll see a lot of interactive space, a train table. They funded that. They also funded our digital board, which isn't running yet. It will be next week. But the digital board on the lower level, which will tell you what's happening here at the library. And they also, in the tween area, did the bench for us. So we thank them for their help. Thayer Academy, I don't know if anyone is here. One thing the staff asked for in the J room was a bigger desk. Wait till you see the size of the desk. And that was with Thayer Academy's help. And last, the Friends of the Thayer Public Library. The Friends have always been there to support us no matter what our programs or projects have been. So I want to thank them. They bought some of the fun furniture that you see in there. So thank you to Sandra and Laura and Liz and all of you who are here today. I appreciate that. We have a fabulous staff here at the Thayer Public Library, no matter what floor you're on. So I want to thank them. This was a very challenging couple of months, and they all pulled together, and it was great. And lastly, I have to thank the patrons for your patience. I know we kept telling you the room would be ready in March, and the room would be ready in April. Well, it's September, and the room is ready. So I want to thank you, because you're the reason we're here, and we appreciate you. So I thank you all for being here today. And if I forgot anybody, I apologize. I'm old, so thank you. I'd like to invite Mr. Pesci up to say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Connie. I appreciate the chance to be here today, and we really appreciate the partnership that we've had with the library over the years. The South Shore Bank is proud to carry on the tradition that was ingrained in the culture of the Braintree Cooperative Bank. I have to keep that name afloat for a little bit longer anyway. And that is to support and to reinvest in our community. Our two banks came together during this past year, and our cultures and our histories have been blended together, and yet we still maintain the same commitment to community banking and to the expanded community themselves. That has never changed, and it will not change. We began our commitment to public education many, many years ago, and specifically our relationship with this wonderful library long before this building was constructed. Braintree Cooperative Bank was a large supporter of the construction of this building back then, and we are so very pleased to lend our support again as South Shore Bank to bring to life a safe and friendly area of the library which children and toddlers will use for imaginative play, and will also allow children and families to interact with each other and to help build literary skills. I got the opportunity to take a walk through there a little while ago, and I am totally blown away. It's just awesome. Can't wait for the grand reveal here. We are very proud of our library, just as we are of our bank, and we recognize the challenges that community libraries face in this high-tech world. We banks, we also face those exact same challenges because everything is so conveniently done on a cell phone today. We must constantly seek new ways to reinvent our look, our products, and especially our delivery systems. We must constantly create new opportunities to engage our customers and to entice them to come in and use our products. We applaud the library trustees and Director Terry Stano for meeting today's challenges and keeping the Thayer Public Library a viable and a relevant part of the Braintree community. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
And I did forget something. We have our summer reading program, and one of the prizes was to be the ambassador for the children in Braintree at the ribbon cutting, and Shay Fitzpatrick and her family, Shay was the lucky winner. So Shay will be helping us today with the ribbon cutting. So I want to acknowledge her.
Good morning, and I want to welcome everybody to this wonderful occasion. Wait till you see the room. It's awesome. It's awesome. I'm Ann Tolan. I'm the chairman for the Board of Trustees. I'd like to introduce my trustees. We have Sunny Shaw, Christian Vanderslice, Annette McLaughlin, Laura Kopis, Edith Weinberg, Jeff Coons, outside. and Pat Pilgrim. Meg Morton could not be with us this morning. She is out of state. She's traveling today, so she couldn't be here. But on behalf of the trustees, I want to welcome everybody and just thank everybody that has helped with this project, especially the mayor in the mayor's office and all of the town departments. The counselors who have been very, very supportive of the library. No matter what happens over here, we have the support of the town, and we appreciate it. I also want to recognize the Friends. The Friends at Thayer Public Library have done so much over the years with the building of the library, the parking lot, all the artifacts in the library, any project we need, the Friends are always there to support us. And needless to say, they have a lot of input into this room today. They've done a lot of work for us, too, and we appreciate it. Most of all, too, I want to thank Terry and Connie. What a team. They did a great job. They had great imagination. They knew exactly what they were looking for. And they worked great with you, Merrill, and with Mark, planning and executing everything for the library. It is stunning. You've done a great job. Great job, both of you. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention the staff. This staff here is just incredible. They have worked so hard to put everything together for today, not only today, but all the time. The staff is just a wonderful face for the town of Braintree. They are wonderful, they're helpful, and they're dedicated to the library, and we thank them also.
Yeah, today's a great day here for us in the town of Braintree. Really proud day in terms of our new children's room here at the town library. This really is a beautiful building that's come together so nice. This room in particular now with all the upgrades we've made. And I just want to encourage everyone to come to the library and see this beautiful room, bring their entire family, and underline the importance of lifelong learning. Kids will enjoy themselves here. The staff is terrific in terms of the team members that really work daily, every single day, to be so inviting and embracing of people who want to access our library.
This is awesome. It's just, I can't get over the transformation of this room, because I remember I've been in here before. The color palette is just exquisite, and the openness of the room, it just makes it so enticing for the kids and for the adults. I mean, everybody's been wowed by it today. So
Terry and I sat down and we said, okay, now what do we do? And we said, why don't we go see what other people are doing? So we went into Boston, we went to Westwood, we went to Walpole, and we just said, let's see, what's bringing people there. And then we did some research. You got to find out where the libraries are going. Why are people coming here? How can we get them to stay here? Library circulation is down a little bit because Netflix. People can get, things online, and they really, they aren't coming as in the droves that they used to. But they still come to use the library, don't get me wrong there. But it's like, okay, we have to look to see how do we get them back. And the thing is, if you get someone as a child and they have a positive experience at the library, they become lifelong library users. And that was our goal. The mural is, we took places in Braintree, things that people were new. And the very first one is the splash pad. So anyone who's been over to East Braintree knows the splash pad. Then we moved into French's Common, which is right across the street. Then our hello wall, we wanted to, because things are changing here in Braintree, we've got more, just a mix of people are coming in. So we wanted to be able to say hello to everybody. So we did the hello wall. Then we came back a little bit in history, and we looked at Town Hall, and we did the original library is the sewer building, what used to be the water and sewer across the street next to the library. Then we did the Thayer House next door, and then the original post office, which is up on Washington Street, and we tied that all together by having the book drop where you can return your books via mailbox. Yeah, which was kind of neat. Then we moved on to French's Common, and then to the Blue Hills. So we wanted to make it, and in every panel, there's shapes and numbers and colors and letters, so that you discover something new every single time you come.
I look at these kids today as we're reading books together, and I'm thinking they may be sitting in my seat. This is the future, and I would rather see them interacting with the book than a video game. That's my own preference. But I think we need to devote a lot of time and energy to raising these kids, and facilities like this are the tools that we can use. So we support that.
And it's a real testament to people's love of our library here. Our government can do so much in terms of support financially, but the private companies that have stepped up, the private individuals that have stepped up and helped us out here has really created a beautiful atmosphere for people to enjoy their town library. So I want to encourage everyone to come on out, and I want to thank Terry Stano and Connie Collier and the Library Board of Trustees and everybody who do so much for us and really have made this day a beautiful day and a proud day for our town of Braintree. It's fantastic. Come on down.